tooth looks like it's going. Sounds like it's going. Wait, are these the predator?
Triangulating whippoorwills and trying to identify how many there are.
There's one over there.
One there?
I feel like one or two of them aren't singing. Like I said, concealing.
Where's that other one?
Yes, it is.
Like further?
I think the reason the whippoorwill is so hard to find is because of the reason that we haven't seen any animal pop with this possible protection mechanism even closely related to it.
It's the...
Like, there's poison making itself a bigger pack, but driving its predator to basically complete insanity, we're on a whole new
That's
tangent.
why I think it leads coyotes off the property by teasing them. That's what it did to me. And then it suddenly leaves you in the middle of the woods, quiet, silent, going, where am I? I followed this
song, and then I'm just here. Why the whippoorwill still eludes us to this day?
how this is a bird that survives is amazing.
Those are most.
I know.
Be careful.
Can you wait 2 minutes until it's a little dark? Like, then I'll help you. I've been up here many, many times at night with Jed. One,
Again,
two.
driving us to insanity. Trying. Joke's on you, I have something called skillfully ignoring you.
I know. The battery's about to die. It's at like 2%.
Anyway, this is Friday 19th, Whippoorwill Understanding by the Anderson family.
What do you guys think we've learned?
That the defense mechanism for whippoorwills is most likely driving its predator to utter and complete insanity.
And sometimes
AKA my love life.
Some go quite silent and conceal the other whippoorwill's position for predators.
Which also is another way of driving it to insanity.
Yeah.
One will call, pulling the predator, and then it will stop calling, and one or two, or even three, maybe even four others, the numbers unknown, will start calling, helping drive predator to a complete insanity. Another way it happens is they'll all converge onto one point once the predator thinks anything is possible, or thinks it's their chance, or the predator's none the wiser. They'll converge on one point, sound like one whippoorwill. The predator will go after it thinking, this is my chance, I gotta kill him. And then, when it's nearby, they'll split apart, almost like it's multiplying. Anyway, that's Anderson's Whippoorwill Reads. 5/19/2023 Friday, on May.
Did you hear the barking and then they got a little louder? Maybe?
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just on the wind. No, they got.
And now apparently they also confuse the predator of making him decide which one to go for. And they're probably all going to do the concealment method anyway.
I used to think it was, like one could be telling the other, hey, I just heard a dog. Go for cover. But they're so loud that they can tell the other one without the other one responding or needing to relay. Because a call should...
I feel like the driving the predator to complete insanity would line up for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like how there have never actually been signs of any predator hunting them because the whippoorwill just completely makes them go insane and possibly makes them end up lost. As well as it would make sense that it eludes us to this day, as there's no other predator that does something remotely close to this. Camouflage and power and in numbers, quantity and quality in movement, in defense mechanisms. Quantity meaning there's a lot of them. Quality meaning they're very good of driving them to complete and utter insanity.
Clever flock.
But you see what I mean? Like, it would make a lot of sense and line up with a lot of things.
Well, my thought used to be like, one of the reasons it kept coming to the house windows and staring at me was it might have thought that I was like an owl that it could chase away if it sat outside and sang on its tree, basically to annoy the
Owl into leaving its territory.
Yeah. Even if the owl isn't necessarily a threat, it's a way that it would flush out other...
It would make sense, as since whippoorwills are so rare to us, then we're probably rare to them.
Well, that's the other thing. They didn't grow up with... They didn't evolve with humans.
Bird.
I think that is a bat. It flew up over the house. It was flapping like crazy, and it wasn't that big.
Maybe it was getting chased away by the whippoorwill.
Well,
No, there's nothing down there.
no. It'd be cool if there was.
Bat versus whippoorwill.
First bat I've seen of the season. I was wondering if the
I've seen two.
I was wondering if the whippoorwills chased the bats away, because Otto was like, "Hey, I've been having more bats lately." And he's down the road. And I was like, "Oh, we've been having more whippoorwills. Do they? Like, is there a chance that they? I know they might collaborate."
It definitely. No, I completely disagree with that statement I made a long time ago.
Oh, there's a hypothesis.
Why don't you just put your face in my face? Anyway, it would make sense that the whippoorwill would hunt the bat. Because if the bats have big ears, the whippoorwill would just annoy them. They might not even be predators, but it could make the bats in an completely unlivable environment because they can't focus on echolocation if they're constantly hearing whippoorwill, whippoorwill, like over and over and over again in intense speeds.
I actually wondered what the first time I thought of this was when the whippoorwill sat on the front doorstep and called. It was so deafeningly loud. And right above the door was a robin's nest. And I wondered, what did the robin think of this? Oh, whippoorwill. Because it must have been so loud.
Wait, robins and whippoorwills, now that I realize it, they kind of are acting similar in a way. But similar, but also opposite.
Uh-huh. They're like very similar. They occupy very similar
territories. They both eat insects.
There's a first star. Yeah, the robins are of the day, and the robins go to bed right when the whippoorwills wake up. Almost perfectly overlapping.
That just from overhead or a whippoorwill. By the way,
No,
do you
that's
guys
up
see
there.
the fantasy bear in the clouds? Oh, that just circled multiple times. That foot, an eye, another foot. There's foot, eye, foot, eye. There's the eye. Well, there's one foot in there, like completely disconnected. Yeah, there's 2 feet. And then you can like visualize the body and then that. There's the eye. It's in the head, but there's no feet. The feet are like cartoon feet, like